going on, YouTube? This is the Comic Book Aficionados Nerd Talk, talking about crazy stuff. My name is Lance Excalibur.
I'm Mason AJ.
And of course, we have the greatest of all time, IBM, here.
That's right. And
because I had to steal the GOAT's name, and then just add it to my own.
Wait, you stole the GOAT? Oh, you added the GOAT's name to the greatest of... I see what you did there. Okay.
Because I'm feeling.
A lot of crazy comic book stuff happened recently. We just had Free Comic Book Day. That was this past Saturday. That was awesome, right? But honestly, what's really good in comic book news is all this Spider-Man stuff coming out. We got Superior Spider-Man ending. We got an Amazing Spider-Man starting the comic book, and then we got Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie coming out, and then we got like the what's happening with it?
Then we also have Ultimate Spider-Man #1.
All this happening, and so Spider-Man is the hot topic of the day. So we're gonna talk about some Spider-Man stuff.
I actually don't like the fact that Peter Parker is back. I just want everybody to know that. I'm not a supporter of Peter Parker. I'm not a fan of Peter Parker.
Okay.
Even in his first issue, he was like, "Oh, I'm a doctor now. I'm this now."
No. That was a good first issue though, because honestly, you get everything that makes Peter Parker who he is. Like you got him saving people, right? So he saved the guy with the baby. You got him telling jokes.
I'll
be honest with you. Whoever writing Peter Parker right now, he's getting some kind of good jokes. I can see him on Def Comedy Jam.
I just want to know. I just want everyone to know that Doc Ock.
Wait. Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy Jam.
Def Comedy
you
Jam.
put him on stage.
So pretty much his jokes are like 20 years old at this point, then, right?
Yeah.
That what you're saying?
Basically.
That's the best jokes. You tell me a better modern joke. Now, look, I spot your mama on the wall teaching roaches how to crawl. Kill her. I spot your mama in the sky. Birds flew by and shitted in her eye.
He said, kill her, and I had to stop. I was looking like I'm done. No, I just want everybody to know, like, I'm looking like, yo, Peter, Doc Ock corrected your life in 31 issues. Actually, in the first 4. Because he full-fledged was like, yo, I'm handsome and I'm super strong. Wait a minute, Peter, you so smart and you ain't got no doctorate?
Right.
Don't you know education is important? We're here to teach the children. Went out and got his doctorate. See, Doc Ock was an example. Like
he was. You know what? He was very that's what I really do like about Doc Ock. He was focused on his goals. He was like, yo, I'm not a doctor. I need to be that. And he was like, I'm gonna make that. I don't have a business. I need to do that.
And then he just gave up. Like I was like, really? So we're gonna
He didn't really give. Let's go. He didn't give up. He got attacked. Mama blew his shit up. You killed Spider-Man for Spider-Man just started bombing his face up.
You are Spider-Man.
Because literally in Superior Spider-Man, when they got into the fight in his mind, and Peter Parker was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have come at you, Peter Parker. I'm gonna come at you as the Amazing Spider-Man." He was like, "You're right. So I should come as the Superior Spider-Man." They got into that fight. It was literally a battle of wills. So now when the going gets tough and Goblin show, I'm the Green Goblin.
Okay. Now you talking about the end. I agree with you. But no. I'm gonna say this. I agree the way, don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Doc Ock gave himself up, because to me, I've always looked at him as to me, he's that crackhead. He's no. Hear me out. He's Samuel L. Jackson. He's that crackhead that was like, I need to be an actor and I need to do something positive with my life. Struggled with it a little bit. Fought hard enough to get that position and actually started doing good.
Doc Ock
he's that crackhead. He's that crackhead.
Pause. First and foremost, to Samuel Jackson, we are huge fans and love you. Please don't kill us.
Hey, Sam Jackson, you the man. We using you as a testimony, homie.
But also, I do want to say that our very own Lance Excalibur is in fact secretly Jamie Foxx. That's actually his superhero identity, and you can go check out the Amazing Spider-Man 2 where he is in. Come on, just look at him. He's right there.
This guy.
Yeah.
But I would like to point out the fact that since, of course we're talking about Spider-Man, Peter Parker lost. Does everyone forget that? Yo, Doc Ock literally went
was weaker.
So you gonna let a little girl die? You're he broke him as a hero, and then for Doc Ock to just be like, you are the superior Spider-Man.
I'm okay.
You're so much better than me. And
you know what? You're absolutely right.
Wait a minute. wasn't it like issue 7 where
You
look
broke
like
him, yeah. You showed
straight
him
up
why
told
he
him-
wasn't like that. But see, you gotta understand, Spider-Man was in a very desperate situation. He was trying to stay alive, and that was that 1 week moment where it was like, I'm losing my life, I'm trying to stay alive, Doc Ock's trying to do something. And it wasn't that he was trying to like not save the girl, it was just that he was in such a desperate moment where you can't thinking about nobody else. Let's be honest. If you bleed now because you got shot, are you thinking about why this
But
person
see-
next to you?
Okay, now
Come on, man.
I will accept that. And the GOAT actually told me something.
All right, what did the GOAT say?
What did he say?
Okay, the GOAT said that he wasn't, in fact, Peter Parker was in fact in a desperate situation, but the problem was that was only 10% of Peter Parker's mind. Because full-fledged, that was the 10% that was left over from the dying body.
I agree.
So that, because at first, you guys don't know me, I had a hard time accepting that as like, this is how it's going to go. After all Peter Parker has done, after the saving the universe and being like, this is how he goes out, but then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because he's Marvel's greatest hero. He is Marvel's greatest hero. Like, he really is.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
like, you literally just came from like Avengers versus X-Men.
Right.
Like you fought Phoenixed out Colossus and Phoenixed out Magic and like tricked them into fighting each other. You literally like sacrificed yourself pretty much at that point to save the Avengers.
Yep.
Because they went a whole rescue mission to save Thor, and the Avengers were looking like, we're never gonna beat these two. They're just gonna demolish us. And Spider-Man was like, don't worry, I got this. Escape. I was looking like, yo, you too much of like a boss hero for you to be like, to just go out like that. But then like you got beat. Like you straight up got beat by Doc Ock. And then for him to just give up,
Okay,
I felt
like, see,
but-
this he didn't really get beat. Let's be honest. Like, wait, he beat Doc Ock, and then when he was trying to show mercy to Doc Ock, like, yo, let me go say goodbye to you. He was just like, gotcha, bitch. And then like, it really was he got beat. He didn't get beat.
No,
he didn't get beat, bro.
Yeah,
Because he got outsmarted. He didn't get beat. Cut that shit out.
Once again,
No,
in the realm of some super supreme scientists and all like that,
he
yo,
didn't get beat. No, don't get me wrong.
You know
Me
what?
personally, I think Spock, Doc Ock Spider-Man, is better than Peter Parker, or at least old Spider-Man.
You know what it is?
Spider-Man.
He got
You know?
So he got caught off guard. But that's, we'll let that moment slide.
Okay.
It still was to me that 10% of your mind that was facing Doc Ock, that I'm kind of looking like, yo, that 10% literally said, forget being a hero, but literally did that way too late. Like if he did that from the beginning and been like, yo, I'm gonna do everything in my power to undermine Doc Ock, that would have made more sense. But for you to literally be at the moment when the little girl was gonna die, that you go, oh, let me try to stop Doc Ock. I'm looking like, come on now, Doc.
Okay.
Wait.
Amazing and superior Spider-Man aside, let's talk about the best Spider-Man there is, which is the ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Okay, all right. Who are you?
Whoa!
Like what?
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Whoa! I don't even know you right now, son. I don't even know you right now.
Who are you?
Yo, he is literally the best Spider-Man because he takes the struggle of Peter Parker, but combines it with the ingenuity of.
Okay, no, don't get me wrong. He's a good character, but like.
But he's not a genius.
He's not.
Exactly, but he still works so hard. Okay, for everything.
How did he create his web shooters?
And
how does he create his web shooters, dog?
And you know what? I'm not even.
How does he create his web shooters?
I'm not even gonna go there.
Does he use spider? Does he use spider knowledge? Because I know back in the day you said
spider knowledge.
Does he spin the webs in his balls? Like I want to
know.
Like,
of course.
Of course. That's what he. Where you get your spider knowledge from? Like Because you gotta think about all the Spider-Men are the geniuses of some sort. Like,
no, not all of them.
Like
because even Spider-Man 2099, Miguel isn't a genius.
Nigga, he got future level technology.
He has future level technology, but that doesn't make him a genius.
He don't need to be. All he gotta do is tell the computer, make me some spider web juice.
Juice.
You know how we got internet, we got Wi-Fi everywhere. We can just walk. In the future, you can just say, "I need Spider-Man juice, no problem," and then just materialize.
So you telling me that if you was to go back and meet Benjamin Franklin, but you had your iPhone, you'd be like, "I'm a genius. I got an iPhone."
Yeah, he'd be amazed. He'd be like, "That is
impressive."
That is impressive.
But I would hand it to Benjamin Franklin just to mess with time and like see what happens. Be like, let's see what Benjamin Franklin does with the iPhone.
Real quick. Why do you say he's the best Spider-Man Ultimate?
Because like I said before, with Peter Parker, it's always a struggle. It's the eternal struggle. Your love life, your professional life, your personal life. All of Peter Parker's friends are actually his greatest enemies.
Okay, see again, you're not telling me why he's a hero.
I'm getting
Okay.
But that with Superior Spider-Man and with Scarlet Spider-Man and with who's the other Kane, the guy Spider-Man. Miles Morales is. I keep saying Miles Morales. Miles is the combination of everything. He is the kid who is smart enough to be on a genius level, but he's not a full-fledged genius. He full-fledged, works hard for everything, and then all his villains.
You know what you're telling me? You're telling me is that because he got a raise at McDonald's for that he's the best Spider-Man. That's what you're telling me. You didn't tell me who he beat. You didn't tell me who he fought.
I will say this: he's clever, but like at the end of the day, I haven't really seen him do anything that makes him better than Peter Parker.
Whoa, time out.
Okay, look, wait, no.
Fighting off Galactus doesn't make him better than Peter Parker.
No, because at the end of the day, he didn't fight off Galactus. He kind of just like, I'm gonna use this and that, but I still had to team up with all of Earth to face Galactus. And literally, this is Galactus after he literally fought off the Kree invasion.
The 5-year-old
blew up 3 solar systems on him. Let's put that into account. I blew up 3 solar systems on you, and I didn't just like, we waiting for this. No, I said supernova, bow, 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 and then Galactus was looking like, get that weak sauce out of my face. And I kept going. So to me, I'm kind of looking like, you kind of got Galactus right after the Silver Surfer, the Sentry, and the Kree were kind of like done facing him. And then it still took all of Earth. Like, there was never a moment where I saw you by yourself and you just went at Galactus. Because even you were kind of looking like, that dude's kind of serious. But he like backhanded Thor, and Thor just said, you know what? I can't fight no more.
I'm done. I'm done. There's no more.
I can't fight no more.
No, okay, like honestly, okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna put that on. We're gonna stamp that as he's being the weakest Spider-Man.
Wow.
Because like seriously, I don't even.
So the Amazing
you told me because
the Amazing Spider-Man is better than Ultimate Spider-Man.
So let's go into like the issue 1 of Amazing Spider-Man right now. That's what's up. Let's go into the issue 1 of Amazing Spider-Man. Everybody need to pick this up.
You know what?
Like first off,
pause. Let's not even go to that. Let's talk about something more important. Let's talk about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. Like hands down, the internet is on fire with the movie sucks. The movie is great. Green Goblin was wonderful. Green Goblin was the worst thing ever.
You know what? People keep saying all these things because it's sadly to say people keep thinking Peter Parker is a winner. But Peter Parker is not a winner. At the end of the day, Peter Parker's life is a struggle for no reason. Doc Ock put that in perspective.
He did. Doc Ock did. But see, okay, now you can't put the movie Spider-Man.
But it's a really good Spider-Man movie because it's true to Peter Parker. Like, you do all this work, but at the end of the day, your villain literally just said, that's what happened to your girlfriend.
Right.
And they came at you. Like, with Electro, that whole situation could have been handled even after the cops. I still believe that.
Okay, but we also got to remember at this stage he's still a kid, man. But Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man now, the Amazing Spider-Man 1 that just popped out, he's a grown ass man. He's a grown ass. Granted, he was struggling before Doc Ock. He's a grown ass man.
And number 2, he graduates from high school.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm still looking like at 18, you should understand. Government bad. Government take away friend. If government take away friend, government bad. Like you should just know. Like that's kind of what you just kind of watch them do to Electro. You didn't literally all you had to do was follow up to see if that ambulance was going to the hospital. That's how it should have ended.
I ain't gonna front when the Electro first came out in the movie, and everyone was scared of him, and Peter Parker talked him down, and Electro's like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
And he literally was like, you know what, Spider-Man, you're right. I just don't want them to shoot at me anymore.
And literally the cops was like, shoot him right now. Shoot him in the face. I'm like, I was saying, we're like, really? After Pyro no guy together, you said shoot him in the face?
Wait, real quick. Like, look at this panel with Spider-Man uppercutting Electro with the shotgun. Well, I'll put it up on the screen with him. like it's a video game.
With the Superior Spider-Man, are we in agreement that it was a good series?
I love it.
Oh, wait, you talking about Superior Spider-Man was one of the best series Marvel has ever written. Don't get me wrong. From 1 to 31, I gotta say, don't get me wrong. I think the ending was rushed, but because they had to, not because they couldn't do a better job. Yeah. It was still written well. It was just rushed. So because the movie was coming out. So I really do think that.
And they kind of had to close off Doc Ock's chapter.
So I would still give it like a 9.5 out of 10, easy. Like the whole series from 1 to 31,
to me, it's literally on par with Ultimate Spider-Man. Which I ain't even gonna lie, I do love Ultimate Spider-Man with Peter Parker. I do like the newer Ultimate Spider-Man, but he's still I I think he just needs to like prove himself to me because I'm like, yo, Peter Parker went through like the works. There was even a point where Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury got Peter Parker because this was after the Ultimate Six beat the Ultimates.
Right.
Like, and no one was expecting that because even Iron Man and Captain America were sitting there at the meeting like, yo, we got our asses whooped. What the hell happened? and then they brought Pete. Then Samuel Jackson brings Peter onto the little floating ship, whatever, and they're looking like, yo, why you bring this kid here? Yo, like, does he need Lunchables or something? And then Samuel Jackson was like, yo, just to put this in perspective, those 6 dudes that beat your ass, this kid beat them by himself. And then everybody kind of had to shut up, like, all right, well, you know, those dudes really did kind of beat our ass. For him to have no gadgets and, you know, beat them by himself. All right, well, you know, Spider-Man kind of serious.
But dude, people don't understand that. Like, Spider-Man really is like on a whole nother level of combat. Like you put him on with anybody.
That's why Doc Ock was so serious.
But see, that's exactly the point.
Doc Ock saw that.
Before Flash saw the combat of a spider fighting at human level. With all the other Spider-Mans, he still has to go through that struggle of like holding back and trying to fight like that.
Doc Ock was like,
no game.
Wow. You saw when he did the Black Cat? You saw it? Oh my God. It was like, boom, boom, bitch. You was a bitch. You was a skank. I don't like you.
Wow.
Like, for real. Like, no, let's be honest. She came up in there trying to strut her ass and shit. Like, that was the one superhero, honestly, that was trying to flaunt her body. So it's like, yeah, Spider-Man ain't gonna punch you on this. He was like, no, bitch, you's a slut. I got a bitch.
Wow.
Got the cops get you. I ain't even stop to say
hi. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask both y'all a question then. Taking Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock, out of the picture.
Yeah.
Who is in fact your favorite Spider-Man out of all the Spider-Man variations that are out?
Wait, all right. So taking Superior Spider-Man because he is the best one.
Okay.
He is, but
in your opinion,
taking him out.
Yeah, take him off the picture.
I mean,
because
okay, look,
because we have that Spider-Man book coming out at the end of the year with all the Spider-Man combined.
See, I don't know. Okay, I would say Spider-Man 2099. It was Miguel. Okay. I would say him, but I don't feel connected to him. I feel like he's still far. His book is coming out real soon. Pick that up when it come out. But I don't feel connected to him. So I have to read this. Huh? I mean, Kane is too emo for me. I don't know, man. He's kind of emo. No, look, I'm gonna say this. If I had to pick a Spider-Man,
I feel like Kane lived life. Like, yo, he went straight up from being a bad guy to getting beat, then to like actually trying to turn his life around. And then like even when he tried to turn his life around, Peter Parker was still kind of like, yo, I still don't trust you. And I'm looking like, yo, Peter Parker, this is your one time to really put an ally on your side. Because I ain't even trying to front. Kane, unlike Peter Parker, full-fledged, even before Doc Ock, put it on people. Like, even though he didn't fight completely at Doc Ock's level,
right.
But like no one could just roll on Kane. Kraven the Hunter beat Peter.
What's that Doc Ock?
That dude jumped down. Kane beat Kraven the Hunter. Like it wasn't like, oh, I'm coming for you with my hunter
skills.
Why
is Kraven the Hunter so serious, by the way?
Because
I don't understand.
Because he's a hunter, and he fully puts that in perspective. And humans aren't used to getting hunted,
right?
And so like Peter never like expects him.
And then also he's the one dude out of everybody that Spider-Man fights who full-fledged like lays down like move after move after move after move.
And he works around the spider sense.
Exactly.
Like he full-fledged goes, I know you sense that I'm here, but I literally lay enough traps that no matter which way you go, I'm getting you. Mm-hmm. But I also want to put in perspective, Kane whooped Carnage. And Venom.
And Vermin.
And Vermin.
Let's put this in perspective, though.
These are people that Spider-Man like never really like beat one-on-one or by himself.
But no, Peter Parker had always held back. Doc Ock exposed that shit and was like, look, you had the power to kill me with one punch, and you have been holding back this whole time.
Which is kind of like, but with like people like Carnage, Venom, and Vermin, you kind of need to put them down. No offense. Like those are some top-notch like villains that you don't let slide.
Yeah.
Especially Vermin.
Right.
Vermin has the equivalent to like almost all your powers, Peter.
On a higher level.
And he controls rats. And he's a cannibal. And he's also a genius. Because people keep forgetting that he's a super genius that worked for the Red Skull. That turned into a cannibal rat.
Let's get back to this movie real quick. Okay. We got all about the movie.
The movie that you're in, yeah.
Okay. So going back to the movie, what you guys think of the movie all in all?
I give it an 8.
I give it like a 7.5.
What don't you like about it? I mean, that's a low score. What don't you like about it?
I felt like we were building. You know, I felt like it wasn't a complete movie. I feel like the whole movie was really just a really long trailer to Spider-Man 3 and 4. I liked the characters. I liked this version of Spider-Man. I like this version of Gwen Stacy. I felt Harry Osborn didn't get enough play, and for everything that was wrong with him, it felt rushed toward the end. Like it felt like, oh wait, how do we? Oh stop, we got 15 minutes left. Green Goblin, Electro, let's throw everything out there all at once. And then it happened, and it was over with, and then it didn't feel like this was a serious consequence to him. Because even in the movie, minor spoiler, where they're like, what happened to your goblin face? He's like, oh, it comes and goes. You know, I'm just going to stay here in prison and do my hair. You know, like that. I'm like, really? So it's just going to, like, disappear like that. You know, after you took the serum, and you did the whole, Peter Parker.
I
know who you are.
I actually kind of want them to play up it coming and going, because like Full Fledged just want a moment where Harry like just goes crazy on people. Like they're looking like, Mr. Osborn, you gotta take your medicine. The goblin never takes his medicine. Like, you know, and then they just be like.
Well, you know what? I'll say this. I think me personally that the expectation of the movie was just a little too high. Okay. I think that if we didn't see, because they gave out like 8 trailers though. Like you saw so much of what was going on. I think if they would have just kept it like just the Spider-Man logo and then that was it.
I'm not gonna lie though, you earned a 10 in that movie.
Okay, yes, you did. Thank you. I mean, I worked hard for that. I worked hard for that.
Because Jamie Foxx made that movie.
Yeah, because let's be honest, Electro was always this dude who wore green and yellow to me. Jamie Foxx kind of came down as Electro, and even I kind of went, run away! Run away!
Don't get me wrong. I really think, because if you think about it, the acting was, like, almost from everybody was on par.
Yeah.
The villains were great. Outside of the Rhino, the villains...
The Rhino did a good job for what he was.
For what he was.
What he was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the villains, even the outfit was hot. Like, so it's like, I mean, the villains was great. The acting was great. I just think that the expectations of the movie was just too high. I think that people saw so many of the trailers and they kept talking about, watch Spider-Man, watch Spider-Man. It was one of those movies that should have just been on a hush-hush. I know they wanted to sell it, and they did sell it, but they messed up the expectations of the fans. I think that this is a big part of the community when it comes to video games, comic books, or movies where we blow it up so much that we want people to buy it, but it will never match up to the hype if you blow it up too much. It will never.
You know what?
They blew it up.
I was telling my friends over at the Watchtower. Well, you know, you gotta understand, we are living in the new age of comic books. This is like a golden boom for us. But you also have to understand, as comic book nerds, we have a certain expectation, but the average everyday person who doesn't read comic books still goes to these movies and brings their kids to these movies. So they have you have to understand the story has to be broken down and told from a more mainstream perspective. Right. Because now people's like, oh, they did this, they did that, or they didn't show this. For a mainstream person, this might be too much. I know Little Ren from Anime Aficionados, she's always like, one reason I don't get the comic books, it feels like it's too much. It's going on too long. She doesn't like the fact that like these characters are almost 60 years old.
Yeah, as a I'm a comic book artist, and as a comic book artist, I agree. One of the things that I hate the most, I'm gonna say hate because that's a hard word. I'm gonna say I dislike the most about mainstream comics because honestly, indie comics and they don't do this. They don't do this stuff. Yeah, but mainstream comics have a habit of revamping all the damn time, revamping. They get to a certain point, okay, we don't like this character more, redo them. And it's one of those things where it becomes, you get disconnected. You get from the excitement because you always know what's going to happen. You always know there's going to be a Mary Jane. You always know there's going to be a Doc Ock.
I actually wouldn't mind it if they just connected the stories. You know what? If they just properly aged their characters.
Yeah, properly aged the characters.
You know what I was really excited for? Like years ago, Civil War happened in the Marvel storyline.
Yeah.
Captain America died. Bucky came back, took up the shield. Wolverine had a son named Doc. And the whole
but let's be real though. It still broke it. But when they said when they revamped Peter Parker and said, "Oh, you forgot your memories," and we just put you back to square one.
Right.
It's still the same thing.
But
my point they brought back Captain America.
Right. Yeah. My point is, they laid down the groundwork. The main thing I was excited for, I was like, oh my god. Me, as a kid growing up, Steve Rogers was always Captain America. But now, when my children read comic books, Bucky is going to be Captain America. I felt that they were going to start the line over. I'm like, this is going to be great. Now, of course, they, in turn, brought back Steve Rogers, and they did everything again.
Because,
so now I'm looking like...
Because that falls... But that also falls onto us as nerds. Mm-hmm. Nerds never ever see anything change.
Not too much.
It's the truth. Because let's put this in perspective. Superman fought Doomsday and kind of straight up died. like took out Doomsday, but kind of straight up died. Like, yo, if we had just left it as Superman dead, the community would have been in an uproar and everything.
Okay,
and then they would have been like, who can take up his mantle?
No,
it would have been dope if they had did that and then like watch the Superboys team up to like come up as superheroes.
I don't know, man.
I'll put it in a more more modern perspective. When Superior Spider-Man first came out, and I was one of these fanboys, I will blatantly admit that. First came out, I was like, they can't do that to Peter Parker, but I can't be Spider-Man. And we full-fledged uproared.
I like change. So, you know, that's one thing I do like. It comes, I'm looking like, yo, I like change.
But that's all. There's normally only old school nerds who don't like change. Let's be honest, man. Like new school nerds, like people like I would say our generation and you know and everybody after that. You know, we all about that change stuff. Let's keep the progression going. He get his arm chopped off. His arm is chopped off. Put a mechanical one on there. That's a story. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry, the old school nerds, they don't want stuff to change. But let's be real. New school nerds, the ones that look good like me, because I'm a hand.
Wow.
Like real. No, because I'm good looking. Look at this.
Okay.
Come on. Like, and that, like people like I ain't done. People like me like change and diversity.
This guy.
Let's keep this thing. That's all I'm saying.
First and foremost, you know what? We have talked about this back and forth. We want to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let us know what your favorite Spider-Man moment is. If you have any other topic out there that you want us, the aficionados, to nerd talk about, put it down in the comments. We'll definitely read everything.
Shoot it to us, man.
If you like us, give us a thumbs up. If you love us, subscribe to us on YouTube. Check out the anime aficionados, the video game aficionados. If you're a DC fanboy, check out the Watchtower on Facebook. Those guys are awesome. And also, let's acknowledge this, that out of all of us, I'm the prettiest one here. And I'm Mason AJ, and this is
IBM. I don't agree with that, but IBM. Well, you know what? Real men are actually handsome. So
wow!
I'm actually the most handsome one here. So they can be pretty all they want. It's cool. But y'all go ahead.
Jamie Foxx out.
Peace.
Y'all go. And then booyah, he's swinging into action. Now, this is one thing I love about Roberto Ramos. He's really good at dramatic scenes. I love this scene with Spider-Man swinging into action. It is awesome. It is colorful. It is beautiful. And it brings back the tone of the original Spider-Man, which is kind of awesome. That's what we're looking for. I guess that's what we're looking for if you wanted Peter Parker back.